Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty prompt, and he shoots! Just eases him off the ball. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
He's got away. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Roberto Carlos goes short. That's a decent shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
No, that's been intercepted. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Not the most accurate pass. Can he get it through? And here's Griezmann. Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cannavaro. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Out towards the flank. Cannavaro has it in a wide position. Haaland! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Roberto Carlos. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
He's chosen to go back. Rijkaard. Adams cuts out the pass. Burnley do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Now it's Takahara. Takahara takes control of it and he's on the move. Out to the right. An instinctive delivery. Oh, what a crossbar comes to the rescue. They've scored! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Conte. The message is clear, none shall pass. Maradona.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Osimhen. Threads one in. Mbappe. Griezmann. Great chance! They've scored! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Osimhen! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. That's been cut out, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Takahara showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Serginho. Burnley have scored 2 quick goals here. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
2 added minutes has been
Slightly better
indicated.
ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Eto'o. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shot, surely! And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Burnley are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply.
Substitution.
And we're underway again. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Nunez. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Maradona really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And it's Maradona. Eto'o. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And that's off target.
Carlos must have known only his very best would even have a chance from that angle. It was very acute.
Looking for options for movement. Now it's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! It is a fantastic goal! About as smooth as it gets. It is no contest. It is a landslide. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Haaland. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it out wide. That's really well cleared. Pass somewhat off target. That's a sharp pass. And here's Osimhen. Now, can they get him away? He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Takahara stood his ground strong. Oh, what has happened here? Adams gets it away. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Nunez receives it in a good position here. Goes for goal! No, got right underneath it.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Burnley choosing to make the first change.
Number 14, Takahara. Number 19, Rijkaard.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Belletti.
Number 11,
Doué is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Burnley are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Darwin. He's a sharp little ball here. Roberto Carlos. Spread out to the left. Eto'o. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Villa. Played back in. Out to the left it goes. 75 minutes played. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Doué! And that has faded wide.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Now it's Villa, and he was quick to react. Roberto Carlos. Good ball, good take. Osimhen gets through on his own. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nicely shaped ball. Doué. And it's Kimmich. 5 minutes left on the clock. David Villa finds himself offside. And he's got the beating of his man. Great defending. It's Maradona! He's put it wide. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Belletti. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Doué.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Driving on and making good progress. Has a look and plays it forward. He won't be happy with that one. Cannavaro. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Burnley really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing.
And another fantastic win for the boys
How would
today.
you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match
and
that will
welcome
really
to
get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary. And the shot!
That's a player who's very good at his craft. If space is to be found, he'll find it.
Maradona. Not the most accurate pass. That's a lovely, neat pass. Picked out brilliant. Osimhen! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Burnley with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Adams tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Foot in. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Adams attempts a clearance. And now they can... Real chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 3 coming up. Griezmann plays it short. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Conte. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Rijkaard. Adams. Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. First quarter of an hour gone. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. So we're still where we started right now. In with the challenge. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well, that pass isn't the best. It's played through for him. Jordan Henderson. And the pass is intercepted. Belletti proves too strong. Burnley do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
That's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Pass is just off target. Rijkaard. Out to the right. And here's Eto'o. Sanchez gives no quarter whatsoever. Now it's Takahara. Almost half an hour in now. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Belletti. Bout of passing here, really. Chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Takahara actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Burnley get their fourth corner. Climbs up big! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Osimhen. And it's Griezmann. That's really well manoeuvred. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's got away. A lot of space ahead of him. Good read, needed to be. Well, there's the clearance. Serginho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive, and it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Tries to play it through. Oh, it's come to nothing. And here's Osimhen.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard. Out of play for a goal kick. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start,
That was the
and
first
if we
half.
were going to see a goal, it
Let's hope
should
the
have
boys
come
can turn
then.
it up for the
But
second.
the odds are favourable for this second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Substitution.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
No foul, says the referee. He's going for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross goes in. Griezmann! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Sanchez. And it's Henderson. It's Belletti. Tries to pass it through. Takahara's cross. Caught offside that time. Van de Ven. Pass somewhat off target. Now that's well seen too. Haaland might just make this. Maradona. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Spread it left.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mbappe goes on a run down the left wing. That is lovely.
That was lovely, that.
And that's aimed into the middle. Roberto Carlos with the clearance. In once more. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Played out towards the right wing. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. It's Eto'o! Danger averted for now. Osimhen.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's bustling through here. Griezmann! Brilliant from Griezmann! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! First blood drawn. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
So, time for
Griezmann.
changes on both
Number
sides, actually.
14,
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a shade optimistic. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ambitious ball here. Nice. Ended up in no man's land. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Doué. And the finish! They've scored! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Burnley are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
He's found a way through. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Burnley have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Doué. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Maradona. Rijkaard. Just 5 minutes left. Sanchez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Doué, and he's had a hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's a decent clearance.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's beautifully weighted. Rijkaard.
2 added minutes
Time
has been
added
indicated.
on will be 2 minutes. Haaland.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. shot could be on, and the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Nicely weighted ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work.
This is just what we
Your
like
reflections
to see.
then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.